scrappy ladies. Today's layout is using a cut file from Confessions of a Paper Addict. This one's called Rosy Heart Wreath, and I am starting off by coloring my cardstock cut file with my Jane Davenport. This is the Brights palette, and honestly I'm just using a little bit of water and some of the colors inside this palette to make it look like actual flowers. So leaves get painted green, and the flowers I use a mix between like the pink, the magenta, a red, and then on the bottom I use up all of the purple colors in order to have them, like I said, emulate actual flowers. Now I could have done any color. I also thought about just doing it in a rainbow, but I was like, I like it's a nice detailed cut file, and I thought I would make it realistic. And I also had the intention, though, as I got started, that I was going to back this cut file as well. So I had like pink paper cut, pulled to the side for the roses, and like navy paper, because I was using this paper pad collection for all the leaves, and I had every intention. I was like, okay, I'm going to paint it, and then after this I'm going to like back the cut file. But as I worked, I realized that I kind of liked it by itself, and so I started auditioning different background papers. So I'll show you what I mean in a moment. So here I am with like a wood grain. Then I took out the pink paper and I was like, you know what, it looks good on pink too, but it kind of disappeared. And then of course you go with your white, and I was like, yeah, I kind of like the white. Like, it looks pretty just like that by itself. So I was like, okay, I'm doing white, but let's spice up the background. So I'm taking some Basil White Marshmallow cardstock, which is very thick and heavy, and this stencil is called, I think it said Flower Statement. I had it in my stash. This was from a haul a while ago, and clearly I have not used it yet. And all I took was this golden light modeling paste. And with modeling paste, if you've worked it before, it's just kind of like smearing cream cheese on toast. I make sure I get a very even coat, as you can see, making sure I get into all the little nooks and crannies of the stencil evenly. This one's a little tricky because along the edge it behaves more like a mask. So if you go all the way to the edge, there is no stencil there, that's just kind of in the center. So just keep that in mind. But the texture on this is gorgeous. Look at that. Oh my God. That is delicious. Look at that flower. And so it kind of worked out perfectly because the center didn't get any of the like modeling paste, and so the center of that fit very nicely. And just like that, I was definitely just like smitten. I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. So let me take the time to use my fine liner and go to town with trying to glue down all these delicate little pieces. And it did get a little flimsy on like the left bottom side a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It's like where a lot of the tension is for the heart part. It didn't break or anything, but it got flimsy with also obviously adding the watercolor. So my title is Life is Beautiful. This is from an older Dear Lizzie. No, not Dear Lizzie. This is Amy Tangerine. Amy Tangerine collection, and it's like gold chunky glitter, and I think it really stands out against the background. And honestly, just like this is a simple, gorgeous layout all in its own. And I could have left it there, let's be honest. But us scrapbookers are like, the more the merrier. So I started going through all of my like puffy stickers in my collection, and of course I bring out some, mostly it's Maggie Holmes. I think, yeah, mostly it's Maggie Holmes, because I pull out the Bloom collection and the Carousel collection, and then like the chunky, thicker collection from Willow Lane. And really it's because here it is with the Willow Lane too, this like foliage of wreath. I start cutting it into 4 little pieces to have like some more gold elements on this. So I have like little foliage of gold. This was a complete wreath, and all I did was trim it to make them into little branches. I thought that was a nice element. And then of course I'm taking all the hearts that I had left over from the gold, and that was easy. And then from the other one, from the Willow Lane, these are where I take the butterfly. So I get a green one and I place it right in the green, and a pink one, and I'll place it in the upper. I know I put in the lower, but it ends up having a home in the upper left corner. And I do love this gorgeous little flower. I think it replicates the cut file very well. And so yeah, the pink butterfly stays up in the upper right corner. And so that will, I use a couple like phrase thickers too, from these collections, and in a kind of monochromatic arrangement. And then I finish it off with some gold splatter in all the corners. And this one is just very pretty. Like, it's so pretty. I just love it. All right, so like I said, I will leave the link for the Confessions of a Paper Addict cut file design Etsy shop down below. This one's called the Rosy Heart Wreath, and I will leave it properly linked down below. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so and give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate all the nice comments and everything that everyone always leaves me. I do read them, and I try to get back to everyone as well. I hope everyone is still hanging tight and doing well. Till next time, ladies. Bye.